Have you ever noticed a lizard suddenly appearing inside your house and felt that it wasn't just a coincidence? A moment so small, yet something inside you whispered, "Pay attention." For the chosen ones, nothing in your path is random. Nature is one of the oldest spiritual languages of the universe, and it speaks when words are not enough. Some messages don't arrive with thunder, visions, or dreams. They arrive silently, crawling on your wall, watching you, choosing your house, not the neighbors. Because when the spiritual realm needs to reach a chosen one, it uses any doorway it can. Symbols, signs, animals, and sometimes a tiny creature that carries a message bigger than itself. Tonight we are going to unlock something most people ignore their entire lives. Why does a lizard appear inside your home? Why now? Why repeatedly? What if this is not an accident or a coincidence, but a direct signal that something important is happening in the invisible world around you? Stay until the very last second of this video. If a lizard chose your home, the meaning may be personal, urgent, and spiritually precise. Many people see, but only the awakened ones understand. Before we begin, if you feel that this message is already speaking to your spirit, hit the like button to show alignment, subscribe if you haven't yet, and comment 99 below. The number 99 is a spiritual code of completion, a sign that a cycle is ending and something new is about to enter your life. In ancient civilizations, lizards were never treated as ordinary creatures. In temples of the East, they were painted on stone walls as guardians of thresholds, protectors between the world of the living and the invisible. Shamans in indigenous tribes believed that when a lizard entered a home, the spiritual atmosphere of that place was shifting. Egyptians saw them as symbols of rebirth. Early Greeks believed they could sense what humans could not. For thousands of years, these tiny beings carried meanings far greater than their size. And here is where things get deeper. The universe rarely sends loud warnings to the chosen ones. It prefers quiet messengers, creatures that slip in unnoticed, yet carry powerful spiritual codes. A butterfly whispers of transformation. A bird announces movement. But a lizard steps into your private space. It crosses the boundary of your walls, your room, your sanctuary. That is not random. That is permission. That is access. Something in the spiritual world is allowed to enter your life, and the lizard is the first sign. Many ancient cultures believed lizards could travel between realms because of their silence and invisibility. They move without being heard. They observe before acting. They survive where others would not. When such a creature appears inside your home, it brings messages of renewal and transformation. The kind of change that does not ask for permission. Change that is already in motion. But there is a duality. Lizards are not just symbols of new beginnings. They are also spiritual alarms, a silent alert, a reminder that energy is shifting around you. Their presence can mean that something, or someone, is being exposed. Hidden intentions, secret conversations, spiritual interference, negative vibrations. Lizards are drawn to places where energy is moving. They don't appear in stillness. They appear when something is waking up. Nature is intelligent. The universe is precise. Animals do not wander into the life of a chosen one without purpose, especially not repeatedly. If it was just curiosity or biology, it would happen once and vanish. But if you keep seeing them, if they show up again, from nowhere inside your house, that is not coincidence, that is communication. The lizard becomes a messenger because you are in a season where the spiritual world refuses to stay silent. Something wants your attention, something wants you alert, and if a creature that hides from danger is willing to step into your space, what is it trying to warn you about? Or what new chapter is beginning to rise beneath the surface of your life? If this tiny messenger is appearing for you, then the story has already begun. But the message, the true message, is only just starting to reveal itself. When a lizard appears outside, on a tree, on a wall, passing through the garden, it is part of nature. It belongs there. But when a lizard crosses the invisible line and enters your home, it steps into a place that spiritually represents something much deeper. Your home is more than walls and furniture. Spiritually, it is your energetic field, the space that holds your thoughts, your emotions, your history, your memories, your silence. For a creature to enter that space, permission is involved. Something spiritual is being revealed. In many traditions, sages taught that the home is a mirror of the soul. Whatever enters your home is responding to your vibration. If a bird flies in, it brings freedom. If a cat visits, it detects spirits or shifting energy. But when a lizard chooses your home, not the neighbor's, it is because your spiritual atmosphere is changing. Something is moving around you that ordinary eyes cannot see, and the lizard becomes the first sign of that transition. Lizards do not like chaos, noise, or instability. They enter places where there is movement of energy, not physical movement, but spiritual movement. They appear when something old is ending and something new is preparing to surface. Perhaps you have felt it without understanding why. Strange dreams, unexpected clarity, a sudden desire to change something in your life, or a feeling that the past no longer fits who you are becoming. The lizard is the physical manifestation of that invisible shift. It is also a symbol of silent protection. You will never see a lizard causing harm. It hides, observes, detects danger, and stays close to the source of safety. Spiritually, that means your home is being guarded. Something that once attacked your energy. Stress, negativity, emotional heaviness, people who drained your spirit, is losing access. The presence of a lizard can mean that invisible forces of protection are operating in silence, clearing what you cannot see, preserving your peace without needing to announce themselves. And here is where the message becomes personal. The universe knows how to get your attention. If you would not listen through signs and conversations, if you missed the signals in your intuition, if you ignored the warnings in your dreams, then the universe will send a messenger you cannot avoid. A creature that walks across your floor, appears on your wall, or suddenly shows up near your bed or window. That moment breaks your routine. It interrupts autopilot. It forces awareness. Because when the spiritual realm needs you awake, it will not ask twice. If a lizard keeps appearing, especially inside your home, pay attention. Something is unfolding behind the scenes. A chapter of your life may be closing. The atmosphere around you is being prepared for something you have not seen yet. A shift, a revelation, a victory, a removal, or a blessing. But this is only the beginning. If the universe had to place a messenger in your house, imagine what could be coming next. Lizards never move without purpose. Every step is calculated. Every pause is strategic. To understand why one has appeared inside your home, you must first watch how it behaves. The spiritual world speaks through patterns, and the lizard's behavior reveals far more than its presence alone. Lizards are masters of regeneration. They can lose their tail and grow it back, and ancient cultures believed this was a symbol of the soul's ability to recover after emotional damage. If a lizard appears during a painful or uncertain phase of your life, the message is not random. You are being protected, refreshed, and spiritually rebuilt. Something tried to break you, but the universe is showing that you are harder to destroy than you think. Your spirit is regenerating, your strength is returning, your future is already forming again, even if you don't see it yet. They are also creatures of adaptation. Lizards survive deserts, storms, predators, darkness, because they know how to transform themselves when the environment shifts. If the lizard keeps appearing near you, it might be because you are in a season where adaptation is required. Maybe life is pushing you to make decisions you've been delaying. Maybe the universe is forcing growth you can no longer avoid. Change is coming, with or without your permission, and the lizard is the sign that you will survive the transition. But one of the most mysterious messages a lizard brings is perception. They have a vision that detects movement and danger long before a human eye can see it. Spiritually, this represents intuition, the inner voice that warns you when something is wrong or guides you when something is right. If a lizard shows up repeatedly inside your house, it is often a sign that you are ignoring that inner voice. You felt something was off. You sensed a shift. You knew something needed to change, but you pushed the feeling away. The universe is no longer speaking softly. It sent a messenger you cannot ignore. Now pay attention to this. If the lizard hides in corners of your home, especially dark edges or quiet rooms, it may be revealing that the energy in those places needs cleansing. Corners are symbolic spaces where negative emotion accumulates, unspoken pain, unresolved memories, stress, or spiritual heaviness. The lizard senses what humans don't. It gravitates to energy that needs clearing. Your home is speaking to you. Are you listening? And if the lizard appears during a period where you feel lost, tired, or spiritually attacked, its presence may be a shield. You don't always see spiritual protection, but you feel the effects. The door that closed for your own safety, the person who suddenly distanced themselves, the opportunity that didn't work out because it would have destroyed your peace. Now ask yourself, what are you afraid to change? What is the universe asking you to release? What has your intuition already told you, but you keep postponing? Because here's the truth. The lizard doesn't appear to decorate your wall. It appears to confront your spirit, and if it has shown up in your house more than once, something important is trying to reach you. But this is not the final message. The deeper meaning, the one most people never discover, is still coming. Most people see a lizard lose its tail and think it's just biology. But spiritually, that moment is a revelation. The lizard is the only creature willing to detach from a part of itself to stay alive. It will sacrifice what once belonged to it, simply to keep moving forward. It doesn't cling. It doesn't negotiate. It releases instantly. And when it does, something extraordinary happens. The tail grows back, not weaker, stronger, not damaged, renewed. The lizard doesn't fear loss, because it understands a universal law. Sometimes you must let go of what is behind you to survive what is ahead. Now imagine why such a creature would appear in your life. Maybe the universe has been whispering the same message for weeks, months, or even years. Drop what is draining you. Release what is hurting you. Walk away from what is killing your spirit. But humans hold on. We cling to memories, relationships, fears, habits, and identities that no longer serve our journey. We stay in places we have outgrown because change feels dangerous, even when stagnation is destroying us. The lizard enters your home as a living reminder that survival is not about holding on. It's about knowing when to release. If you have been feeling the weight of something, a toxic connection, a dream that expired, a version of yourself that no longer matches who you are becoming, perhaps the universe sent this messenger to show you what courage looks like. Letting go is not a loss. It is a transformation. Spiritually, the lizard is a symbol of awakening. It notices what others ignore. It sees danger before danger arrives. It senses energy shifts long before they become visible. If it appears inside your home during a moment of emotional heaviness, it could mean your spirit is opening, your intuition is sharpening, and the old layers of your life are peeling away. Your soul is waking up, and awakening always begins with release. Its presence can also mark the beginning of a new cycle. Lizards emerge when seasons change. They move more when warmth comes. They appear when nature transitions. In the spiritual realm, their arrival can mean that your life is stepping into a new stage, one where the past cannot follow you. New opportunities, new relationships, new identity. Something inside you is breaking through a layer of pain or fear that once held you captive. And then there is emotional healing. A lizard that regrows its tail teaches that nothing you lost will limit your future. You are not defined by what was taken from you, but by what is reborn in you. The same way its body rebuilds itself, your spirit is rebuilding too. What broke you did not end you. What wounded you will not define you. If a lizard has entered your home during heartbreak, confusion, or disappointment, it may be a message that healing is already underway, quietly, silently, invisibly, just like the regeneration of its body. So ask yourself, what is the universe asking me to drop? What am I afraid to walk away from? What have I outgrown but continue to hold on to out of fear? Because the lizard doesn't lose its tail and mourn. It doesn't look back. It moves forward, protected, smart, guided, renewed. And if that creature is crossing your path now, maybe your spirit is preparing to do the same. But there is a deeper layer to this sign, a meaning that connects not just to your personal transformation, but to your destiny itself. And that message still hasn't been revealed. Across the world, different cultures looked at the lizard and saw truths that most people today have forgotten. In Asia, it was never treated as a pest. It was a guardian. Many families believed that if a lizard lived in the house, negative energy could not. Its presence meant protection, a spiritual shield that blocked invisible harm. In some regions of China, seeing a lizard was a sign of good luck arriving quietly, without dramatic signs or announcements, blessings coming in silence. Indigenous tribes in South America believed that lizards were messengers from the spirit realm. They said lizards could hear what humans couldn't, see what the eye refused to see, and sense danger before it became real. If a lizard got close to someone, it meant a spirit guide or ancestor was trying to speak. Not through dreams, not through omens, but through a living creature that crossed into your world to deliver a message you were meant to notice. The Egyptians associated lizards with rebirth. Why? Because they could lose a part of their body and become whole again. In a civilization obsessed with life after death, immortality, and resurrection, the lizard became a holy symbol of renewal. When one appeared in a home or a temple, it was believed that transformation was already in motion. a season of rebirth, a second chance, a spiritual reset, written by something greater than humans could control. And in early Christian symbolism, the lizard meant something entirely different: revelation, the ability to see what is hidden. In medieval texts, lizards were drawn next to lanterns, windows, or watchtowers, representing sharp perception, spiritual awareness, and exposure of what hides in darkness. So if a lizard appears near you, especially repeatedly, it may be because something or someone is being revealed. A truth is rising to the surface. A mask is falling off. A situation is no longer able to stay hidden. But here is where everything becomes personal. The meaning of a lizard changes depending on the moment of your life. If you are going through emotional pain, it may symbolize healing. If you are in a period of transformation, it represents rebirth. If you feel spiritually blocked, it could be a warning. If your soul is awakening, it can be a sign that your intuition is becoming sharper. The universe never sends a sign without attaching it to your reality. The message is not in the animal. The message is in the timing. So ask yourself, why now? Why this season? Why your house? Because here is the truth every culture agreed on. No matter how different their beliefs were, a lizard does not appear without purpose. It is a spiritual visitor, a messenger, a sign that the invisible world is moving. And if God allowed it to step into your home, He allowed a message to step into your life. But the greatest part of this message, the final revelation, is still waiting to be spoken. Every sign, every message, every whisper from the universe led us here. Now you understand why a creature so small carries a meaning so powerful. The lizard did not enter your home by accident. It crossed into your space because something in the spiritual realm shifted. Your spirit is changing. Your path is rearranging. Your energy is being protected, awakened, and prepared. This is the final revelation. Sometimes, what looks like a small creature is actually a divine interruption. A break in your routine, a spiritual tap on the shoulder, a coded message from the universe saying, "Wake up, pay attention, something is happening." And if you felt this video speaking to your soul, then the message was for you. There is a transformation unfolding in your life. You are stepping out of old cycles. You are releasing what no longer belongs. You are regenerating, healing, and rising into a new season of clarity. Nothing that was taken from you will limit what is coming to you. Protection is working in silence. Guidance is moving beneath the surface. Your home is being spiritually cleansed, your intuition is awakening, and your spirit is becoming sharper than ever. So take this blessing with you. May your home be a place of renewal, protection, and spiritual clarity. May every corner carry peace. May every doorway invite light. And may every sign God sends be understood, honored, and received. If this message touched your spirit, declare it publicly. Comment below, "I am ready for the signs." Your words activate your faith. Your voice aligns with your purpose. And don't leave without doing 3 things for your spiritual journey. Checkmark. Like this video. Checkmark subscribe if you haven't yet. Checkmark share this message with someone who needs to wake up spiritually, because once a sign arrives, another is already on the way.